Hello? Oh, your mic not be working.
Of course.
Talking to it again? Oh no,
Oh,
you're
there
good. You're
you
good. All right. Hello and welcome everyone to episode 8 of our Sweet and Sour podcast. I'm your host Dom.
And back, everybody.
Hey
Like
Sarah, I missed
rubbing
you.
up against me.
Sister's cat's here with us. And
Just wanna.
she's chilling with fucking Jen right now. Had to
Looks
let
really
it's I'm using a webcam this time.
good. Does
If
it look better?
it doesn't look. I don't know why it would look better, but Henry had to borrow my camera because he had a wedding to shoot for his sister today. So I let him borrow my camera and shit. But we're just using the webcam. Did you hear the shit that happened about Twitter today?
Oh, with the 6,000.
Yeah,
Was
600.
600?
You want to get 600
Jen is cutting out on the
something
mic, of
now?
course.
Audio?
Bro, this mic is just.
That's the one
hates
you
me.
like too. I don't understand. I don't know why it's
Hates
cutting
me.
out. Turn off all. Oh, I guess I can't turn off all the filters.
Up here, please. So I can love on you.
Oh, that sounds fucking weird.
Heard
Don't talk.
that Elon Musk is stepping down again from being CEO.
I don't fucking know.
I
I
don't
just
know.
saw
It
that
might be
tweet today.
fake
I
news.
literally was
Might be
playing
fake news.
Valorant and then I was just reading Twitter, so I was like kind of like half reading it. So I don't exactly know what the fuck was actually going on there.
Is it posts that you can see or is it posts that you can post?
Let's read.
See, Elon Musk announces temporary. Oh no, that's
Temporary read limits
read
on
limits.
Twitter.
So it's how many you can see.
So you can only see like 600 tweets?
No.
Is that what that
Verified
means?
accounts are limited to reading 6,000 posts a day, while unverified accounts are limited to just 600. Okay.
Reading 6,000.
Well,
Why?
good thing I have Twitter Plus.
Why does it?
Follow me on Twitter, by the way.
Why do we need to do this thing?
I don't know. I
Let's
think it
just
has
read
to
it.
do with information, right? Like data. Address extreme levels of data scrapping and system manipulation. That doesn't make sense. Why does reading a lot of accounts have anything to do with data scrapping? I'm confused.
Fucking weird. What if you just like read some posts like about some stupid?
So it's 6,000. It's 6,000 for verified and then 600 for non-verified.
That's what it seems like. It sounds like everyone wants to
6,000
leave.
A day is a lot, though. Even I feel like 600 a day. A day? You read more than 600 Twitter posts a day?
I don't think I do.
Who spends that much time on Twitter?
I get on Twitter
like
like,
who uses Twitter
once every like
honestly?
often just to like look at random shit. But I don't stay on Twitter that long. You know?
Me either.
I usually don't
Like,
stay on Twitter
who's-
that long. I'm probably on Instagram more than anything.
Right. Because everybody has their like main social, right? The one that they spend the most time on.
Right.
I feel like, is there a lot of people that use Twitter as their main
I don't know.
social media source?
As an unemployed person, I don't even use it that often. That's what I'm saying.
Sleeping.
No, I'm not sleeping
You're
all day.
literally
I'm on my
sleeping
computer
half the
playing
day, bro.
game, trying to
Playing
rank
games,
up.
so you don't see anything online except for fucking Valorant.
You're being a bitch right now. I hope you know.
The truth hurts sometimes. As a day, I don't know about Twitter.
Yeah, that makes sense though. Most people, I think, probably post on Instagram more than Twitter, unless you're just like a blogger. Because I know a couple people like Patience likes to tweet a lot, but she usually just tweets about like random shit most of the day.
Yeah. I feel like something has to happen for you to tweet about it, right? Like nobody just tweets just to tweet.
Right.
You know what I mean? Same thing when like you're scrolling through Twitter. I only go on Twitter to like, this might sound so bad. I go on Twitter to find out about recent events, like current events. I
Do you?
don't go on like, I don't watch the news. I don't really read articles and shit like that. They're too long. So I read Twitter
You read
posts.
Twitter posts.
That's why most of my information is fucking false.
Oh my
but
god.
you know,
That's fucking hilarious though. No, I hear a lot of people actually do use Twitter for like a huge like source of like news and stuff like that. But I don't use Twitter for that at all. Like, every time I get like a news report, I usually see something about it on Twitter for a second, but then I was like, if it's really like that concerning to me, I'll probably look it up on the internet.
That's true. Ow. Like, what's your source? Twitter. She's biting my foot.
Stop, Liz. Knock it off. Who uses Twitter
Cute.
anymore? I do, just not all the time. I post Valorant clips on there. I don't even post Valorant clips on there really anymore. But other than that, I use Twitter for like just shit posting.
Yeah.
Whenever I don't want to post anything like on Instagram, I usually just throw it on Twitter as a.
What is your biggest, like, what's a big red flag for you? Like, say you're talking to a girl.
In high school?
Well, any like when you're talking to somebody.
Because in high
Not
school, you
just
don't
high
see red
school.
flags.
What?
But in high school, I never saw any red flags. I'd date whoever the fuck I wanted. One was crazy enough to burn cigarettes on me.
What?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
And you
Did it on
just
my
let
knee.
it happen?
It happened like twice. I didn't let it happen. She just did it randomly.
You didn't say anything?
Because she
'Cause
just
it
did
happened
it. She just did
twice.
it. But, like,
I mean, it happened
she did
twice.
it. Okay, so the time she did it, one time it was randomly like in the beginning. She was like joking around, like she's just like, yeah. It was like, I was like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? And then literally like, she stopped doing it for like 2 weeks. Like, you know, she never did it again after like the first time, and then she did it again. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Why would you burn me again? She's like, I think it was funny. And I'm like,
Was
okay,
that
well,
the
that's not good
breakup?
for my skin because I'm like marked for life on my fucking knee now.
Yeah, that's not
Because
good
of
for
that
your
shit.
skin. I don't
Yeah,
think it's good
that
for your
shit
skin.
fucked me up. And I was in high school, and I was like, wasn't really a red flag. I dated her for like another like
Do I
2
know her?
months. No,
No?
no, she went to a different high school.
Hmm.
It sounds like I don't have like an actual girlfriend when I say that, but
He's making it up. He's making shit up now.
probably. But she was a bitch.
No, but just like in the talking phase. Not necessarily high school.
Oh, we already
Just
talked about this.
anytime. Red flags? No, we didn't.
Did we not?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so for now, red flags.
Like you're talking to a girl, not yet dating. What is like your biggest red flag? Something that would like just turn around and run.
Well, typically, I always assume that most people. Thank you for the follow. How? I usually don't talk to girls unless they're like super serious about trying to get into a relationship. So
Really?
I always start off with question. Well, now I do anyways. So like I always ask the girl in the beginning that I do not want to talk to them if they're like talking to other guys, because typically I assume most girls are like talking to other people at the time. You know, like if you're not in a relationship, you can talk to whoever you want.
Yeah.
You know. But usually I always start off in like, well, if we want to like talk like relationships, then you can't be really like talking to other guys like that, you know? It's like you can have other guy friends and shit like that. I don't give a fuck. But
But I feel like that's like a regular thing
right.
to
No, yeah.
have. What I mean is like something that's not relationship based, like personality based.
Oh, personality based?
That makes you like,
Well,
never mind.
going through my steady row of Latina women, there's a lot of red flags. A lot of them, I know now that if they, what is the word I'm trying to say? Usually, I can't fucking describe it right now. What's one of your red flags so I can think of mine better?
My red flag is if they're too like I appreciate a guy that loves his mom, right?
Oh, so if they don't love their mom, that's a red flag?
Not necessarily that they don't love their mom, because a lot of people have mommy issues and that's okay too. What is a red flag to me is if they love their mom too much and they let their mom like control their lives, or
Right.
because you know how moms are, especially moms towards their sons.
Right.
So like
A lot of
like
minority
it's fine
families.
if they're younger, but like once you're old and grown, you know, like over 18, that should be the point where, you know, you start living your own life and like not let your mom dictate, you know, what choices you make and things like that. And I think it stems from like my old high school relationship.
Right.
Because one of my exes just really let his mom like control his life to the point where it was like, I'm gonna tell you who you can and
The one
can't
before
date.
Tony, right? That one?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
No. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that. And I also had, what brought it up was because like what brought up those old feelings was because I had a coworker, like an ex-coworker, and she was telling me a story about how she and her boyfriend were going on a trip with their parents, because you can still like love your mom and be a mama's boy, like you love your mom more than they love their dad, you know, stuff like that. That's fine. I'm just saying, like, when it's like weirdly too much. Like my ex coworker was talking to me because they went on a trip to Cali, and mind you, they're like they're almost 21, like over 18 adults. And she was telling me how his mom, the boyfriend's mom, wanted him to like share a bed with the mom.
Whoa.
And
Really?
yeah. And I was just like
when they were at home living together?
No, when they were on a trip.
Oh, when they're on a trip.
And I'm like, okay, sharing a room, that's fine. Sharing an Airbnb, whatever. But sharing a bed? Like, isn't that weird? Especially if the girlfriend's on the trip with you? Like, wouldn't it make more sense for the boyfriend and girlfriend to share a bed than the boyfriend and mom to share a bed?
I'm a bit different about that because in that New York trip, I had to sleep on the same bed as my mom.
That's different though, because there's not that much room. Because
Yeah, we didn't have room. We all shared a room. 4 people shared one room.
Yeah,
with 2
and you
beds.
guys have the same sleeping habits, so it makes sense for you guys to share a bed.
Right.
But like, say you, your mom, and your girlfriend are going on a trip. There's 2 beds, and your mom wants you to sleep with her instead of
I
your
see what you
girlfriend.
mean now. Yeah, that's weird.
Isn't that weird?
That is kind of weird because, like, you know, it's your girlfriend. You should be intimate with that person
Yeah.
sleeping on the same bed as them, and you know.
Yeah, like sharing the bed, you should like obviously like you're on a trip
That's
with
right.
your
Okay, what you're saying is
significant other's
correct.
mom, so it's like kind of weird to be like
That's kind of
intimate.
weird. Yeah.
But like,
you don't have to be intimate with like your partner,
Exactly.
but at least sleep with your partner
right,
instead of your mom. which-
right,
yeah, because that feels
And
like
I
you're
don't
like you're just
know.
like strangely connected with your mom at
right.
that point.
And
which,
I don't
like,
know,
you know.
like if it's like because they're white, so I don't know if it was like if that's like normal.
I mean, I guess we
Just,
grew
like,
up like
Sweet
Asian
Home
too, you know.
Alabama.
We grew up Asians, and our parents like made no contact with us as
Yeah.
children. Like
That's
my
why
mom
I'm like, I'm not
probably like
sure.
my mom started hugging me when I was at least like 16. That was like my first time my mom ever hugged me.
I like it's
like-
so weird because even now, like me and my parents, like whenever we hug, it's like a weird side hug. Like
Oh, I know. Me too.
it's awkward.
Me too. Yeah.
So like when I hear stuff about like that, I'm like, I feel weird about it, but I'm like, I don't know if that's normal. So should I like bully you?
That's a
for
lot
it,
though.
or-
That's a lot. If you and like you see their parents and them like the kid kissing them on the cheek, that's like perfectly fine.
oh,
But when you're like
that's the
laying
other
on the same bed as them,
thing.
that's fucking crazy.
When they kiss them on the lips. When they kiss their kids
Oh,
on, isn't
yeah.
that weird?
That's
That's
Tom
so
Brady
weird,
shit.
right? That's
The
so
Tom Brady shit where he's-
weird.
Oh my
Maybe
god,
that's
I don't
just-
know.
Maybe that's just me, but I'm like, cheek is fine, yeah, forehead, whatever, but like the lips,
Yeah, like when they're a kid,
like
like
I'm not a
you
prude
know,
or anything, and I like get it, like they're your kids, but like that's weird, right?
at some point you stop kissing your parents.
maybe like after
you know,
like
you stop
6,
kissing your
7,
parents
like-
in general. Like I don't know. You see kids like kiss their kids on the lips like when they're young,
yeah,
which sounds weird, but like it's like natural. Most people usually do stuff like that. But like when they grow older, I don't know. Once they get like past like baby age, I don't think it's okay anymore.
Okay, what age then do you think? What
don't know.
age? What age are you not young enough to ride the ride?
I would stop kissing them once they start going to school.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, like
I don't
even on the
know.
cheek and stuff.
On the cheek is fine.
Yeah.
I don't think I would ever kiss my kid on the lips
I don't
though.
think either.
I see some people do it, but I don't think I,
I
would.
see it a lot, actually.
I mean, I don't leave the house that often, and I don't visit. I don't think any of my friends that are parents now kiss their kids on the lips either.
Get it? If you like, I love that you love your mom, but if it's like too much like that, I'm just like, this is not gonna end well, because then those moms become like the monster mother-in-laws that you hate, and I'm just not. Okay
You're
with
fighting
that.
for the love of that child, at
Right.
that point.
When you shouldn't be. Like
You
their
shouldn't be,
moms
yeah.
should be able to, like, a mom should be able to like love their son, but then also let them have their own lives and become independent and like their own people, but not like hover forever.
Right.
You know?
Do you think introductions are weird at that point too? Do you like when you're dating someone? I feel like I never really introduced like my relationship person to My
Your
parents.
parents? Really?
I did one time. My mom looked at her, she said hi, and then she just left. Like, I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe she didn't like her. Maybe that's what that was. But I don't think my parents really like care. I guess I've also been in like enough relationships to where like they don't think I'm gonna last with them ever that long anymore. So I guess that's just me.
Well, how do you do you bring them home or
Yeah,
like
I bring them home. I guess I don't really tell them that I'm bringing anyone home. Maybe that's probably why too. And then it's just kind of like a bum rush for my parents to meet that person. I only did it like twice, and I never did it ever again because it was the same reaction both times.
I always do like introductions to families like in a public setting just in
Right,
case, you know.
right.
I don't really like I don't take them home until like they've met my parents a couple times. Except Tony. I think Tony's the only exception because when we started dating was like just after high school. Like we both graduated, but I was still living at my parents' house and it was just like I don't know. I didn't think it was going to turn into anything and obviously it did, but it was kind of not really an introduction. There's not really an introduction there just because he was like sneaking into my house at the time
Oh,
and I was sneaking out a lot.
right,
So it was kind of just got caught type of thing.
right.
And like, oh, this is my friend. And then the friend just ended up staying forever.
And your parents are still to this day like, when is he gonna leave?
No, he asked he did like the normal thing. You know how Asian parents are? Like they don't really like they're not really accustomed to like American traditions and like they don't really know things like that. But Tony did like the traditional thing. Like he asked my dad before he proposed and things like that.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
didn't know
yeah.
that.
He
That's
asked for my
cool.
dad's blessing.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
I love Tony though.
Yeah. He's such a
Tony's a good guy.
yes he is.
Tony's
Yes
a
he
real
is.
good guy.
So like that. Like that's a red flag for me. What about
Okay, yeah. Now that I thought about it, I was gonna go into like some crazy thing, but one big thing I really don't like is when people do like baby talk.
like
I'm not
the
really. Yeah, I like the like.
cutesy-
Oh my god,
Oh my
you're so
God,
cute. Oh my
oh
god. I fucking hate when people do that. Because it really like it makes me feel really weird because like I'm not like into that like
it's
at all.
cringy.
It's really cringy because like
Yeah.
there's one girl that like she would want to do it like in bed, and I'm like I don't like that because this is like.
Like Lolita shit.
I feel like I'm gonna get arrested. Like, okay, I'm just gonna not do this. I'm gonna leave. I had to tell her to stop because it was really freaking me out. Like, I don't think I've ever like
How
been
did she
in.
take it when you said stop? Did she?
We broke up like 2 days after.
Oh, she just didn't want.
Yeah,
to.
because
She's like,
she
"That's
was like
my-
in like
that's
she's
my
like into it.
personality."
I was like, I don't want you to like. It's
But
your
like,
thing.
how
You can
was
do that.
it? Like, what did she say?
Oh my god. I say a lot of crazy shit on here. I don't know if I should keep just saying crazy shit on here.
For the content.
For the
For
content.
the content.
Oh my god. I'm
But,
trying
like,
to think.
Don't say it in a video. Please.
Oh my god. I don't know if I want to. She's like, oh, stick it in me, Dad. I'm like, oh my god, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I didn't. There was more after that, but that was like the beginning of the end for me. That's when I really knew that I did not like it.
I
Because she
I would just get up right there.
She
and be
would
like,
do
you
it
gotta
leading
get out.
up in our
Sorry.
relationship. You know, she would do it like for like to be like. I thought she was doing it to be funny, but then when she would bring it into
be
like the
funny?
bedroom with us, I thought it was like a funny thing. I was like, okay, well, I'll do it a little, but I was like, I don't like doing this. And then like
Well,
when that
did you do it
happened-
back?
Not in bed. Cause that's fucking weird.
Well, did she want you to do it? Was that the thing?
Yeah, she wanted me to like baby talk back to her, and I
Oh,
was
no.
like,
That's you know where that stems from? Daddy issues.
oh,
He
yeah.
wanted you to be.
No, her dad left 100%. So
That's why. She wanted
that
you
was
to be
just like one of
daddy.
like the biggest like red flags I've ever had in a
that's an
relationship,
ick.
and I will never
That's an egg for sure.
like as adults now. I expect a lot of people to not do it, but
Yeah.
sometimes you'll meet those people that will end up doing something in that sense, and I just
I mean, but it's good that you find out, before anything gets too serious. Imagine you like get into a serious relationship or you've been dating for a while and then they just Have you had that happen? They develop something like they're normal at the beginning, and then throughout the relationship, like you see red flags, and you're like, "Fuck."
Right. Yeah. I've never, as an adult, no. I
No.
think the relationship, the long term one I had in high school, she started getting really weird. But
How
I can't
so?
really tell if like that was just like her
Tell
turning.
us, tell us.
No, no more telling. I get in really weird situations, man. I don't know. I don't try to. It's just experimenting when you're young now, and now as an adult.
No.
As an adult now, you just find out things you don't like. Ugh.
Here's
know.
another question. So a lot of people's red flags is like having friends, like how you were saying, having friends of like the opposite sex.
Right.
And you're like, you're fine with that, and I'm fine with that. But like, do you think this is like, I feel like this is such a divided question because you're either really for it or you're really not. Like, do you believe, like, obviously you do, but like, do you guys believe that girls and guys can be friends? Like, what is it called?
The
Like, be friends. What
guy
is it?
best friend.
Not best friend, like just friends. But like, a
Oh,
lot of
friends
people
with benefits?
consider no, not friend, like just friends. Like, what is it called?
I don't know.
Platonic.
Oh, platonic friend.
Platonic. Like no feelings, nothing. Because a lot of people think that it's a red flag if a guy or a girl has a lot of friends of the opposite sex, and like they don't believe that girls and guys can be friends platonically.
Right.
Like there always has to be more to it, or they always has to be like feelings there. What do you think about that?
I mean, I always used to think that guys, like, they're always there for like a reason,
Mhm.
Guys usually never have like a platonic friend.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like as if it really depends on the type of person that guy is. A lot of guys, I think, don't do it just to be platonic. I think a lot of guys do it because they want to, get with the girl. Like hold on to like their friendship like as long as they can, and then be the lead on person.
They're waiting for their
yeah,
chance
they're waiting for their
to
opportunity.
pounce.
Like people don't think that that's gonna end, or it's gonna end good for them, but it never ends well because most of the time guys that go through that, it's like they're kind of like they haven't been in enough relationships to realize that that's not gonna happen for them.
Yeah. Relationships like friend
You grow out of
relationships?
that. Yeah. That's something you grow out of, I think. When people like are just like friends, like trying to be platonic for a while, like you'll grow out of that once you go through the heartbreak that girl's not gonna like you back, or that person's not gonna like you back.
When does that realization happen?
When the
Like
girl
when
breaks
they
your heart.
confronted with it?
So
Like what? Because like obviously the girl doesn't know, right? Or else the girl wouldn't like.
you have to let your feelings be known immediately from the beginning, the girl won't know, but like once the guy goes through it long enough, I think some guys like make it last for years. But at that point where that girl finally breaks up with the guy she's dating, and then the friend guy slides in and tells
and then they
him
get
the feelings, then the girl rejects him.
But
and
it has
then
to be like a flat out rejection. Like they never like.
Some girls won't tell them that that's like the thing. Like like they'll be like, "Oh, haha, it's just a joke,"
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we can't get together. Like she'll say it like that, but it kind of seems like a joke to him, so he still tries. But then like you just won't like get with him still,
Yeah. Interesting.
It's like a long, never-ending cycle for that person until.
Dang, men are dedicated.
Yeah, no, it's
Except in
persistence.
relationships.
Persistence does not work. Sometimes. Sometimes persistence does not work.
A lot of times.
But just realize it might not work.
The nice guys
Hey,
never finish first.
Try, but don't persist.
True.
You
Shoot
know?
your shot, but don't.
Always shoot your shot.
Yeah.
Always say
But
immediately.
never
let out
linger
your
where you're not
feelings.
wanted, okay?
It's always funny because some guys they do that and then like they'll be like, "Oh, we can still be friends." But
That's
after
okay,
that,
okay.
I don't
It
think
brings me into my next question.
I
Do
don't
you
think
think
that
exes
works.
can be friends?
exes.
Yeah.
No.
Thank you.
I do not believe exes can
That
be
is
friends.
that is a hot
I
topic.
do
for
know
me.
some people that does work out for.
Oh, that's so
We both know.
bullshit.
We
That's
both
so
know.
bullshit, bro.
It
That's so
kind of works
bullshit.
out for the.
No, it doesn't. No, it does not.
I don't think it
That's
works.
such bullshit. It's weird.
It's really weird.
It's weird.
Honestly,
I
it's
don't
still
think
really
like
weird.
it fully like I don't think it fully works.
Because yeah, I don't think it fully works either.
I don't think that fully works.
If
I think
you
it's
can, I don't
bullshit.
know.
Like
It's
if you
like
say like if you say like, oh yeah, I'm still friends with my ex, like that's fucking bullshit. Either one, you still have unresolved feelings and that's why you guys are friends. Or two, like I don't know.
yeah, I
That's
don't think you can be
bullshit.
friends, but I think you can be like
Civil. You can be civil.
You can definitely be civil.
Yeah.
If you like
Not
like if you're
friends, though.
maintain the relationship like away from each other enough, you're like when you guys pass by, say hi.
Oh, I don't know if I could do that.
You can just say hi.
No, I don't.
You
think
could
I
just say
do that.
hi.
I don't think I could do that.
I think you could just say hi.
I don't think I could do that. Out of sight, out of mind. Don't look at me. I won't look at you.
So what? You're just gonna? What if you guys like accidentally lock eyes, meet like face to face?
Then I look away. You're not there. Out of sight, out of mind. Because a lot of my exes fucked me over one way or another, except for one.
Right.
So that one, yeah, fine. Like, how are you? Like, yeah, I'm good. Okay, bye. Like, yeah. Maybe small talk. But the rest of them, like, even like ex-friends and stuff like that too, I'm like, if you fucked me over or if you like hurt me really bad, then I can forgive you and I can forgive and forget because it was a long time ago. But does that mean I'm your acquaintance or I'm your friend? Like, no, fuck you.
Definitely not.
To
Okay,
this
yeah.
day, fuck you. But still don't wish any harm on you. But still, you know what you did to me was fucked up. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to put down? You would still say hi? Like, I just don't think I'm a big enough person. I just don't think I'm a big enough person for that.
If they engage into a full conversation, then no. I don't think I could do that.
Right?
I'm at the point where I just say hi to people, and
I don't
that's
even think I
not
would say hi, honestly.
conversation. Because you're a bitch, dude. That's
Yeah,
fucking
well,
why. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not fake.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
You're the fakest
You're like, okay,
person
you're
I
like,
know.
oh, I can be friends with my ex, or like I can say hi, but like, why? Why would you want to? Like, say that ex like fucked you over. They cheated on you all the time. They fucked you up.
Because it'd be a funny story.
Saying hi?
get
That's not funny.
No, to get into a full like engaged conversation and something happening in that
Yeah,
conversation.
but that's so fake. Like, why would you like? You know what I mean? Like, just no. For
don't
me
know, dude.
personally, no.
I don't know, dude. History. You have history with those people, you know? You
History
drop all the history.
that I would like to not repeat.
Drop all the
so-
history, dude.
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's as simple as my life gets. Like, if you're out, you're out. If you're in, you're in. That's it. Otherwise, like I said, out of sight, out of mind. That's
I
why,
don't think
like,
exes
even
can be friends, though. For sure. I don't think they can be friends.
I think it's an anxiety thing too. Because
Because
even
you're
like
anxious.
yeah,
when
I'm
you
an
see that
anxious
person.
bitch. Even like remember when we were at Highway
All right.
and we saw.
Oh, we saw.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Well, he was an ex of mine. Did you know that?
Was he?
Yeah,
Know that.
like freshman year for a hot
oh,
minute.
wait. Yes,
For a
that's
hot
right. That's
minute.
right. That's right.
For
You were.
one hot minute.
Right,
When we saw him and
With his
like,
girlfriend.
and it was just like that wasn't even a fuck you type of thing. That was just like anxious. I don't think he remembers me. Like, I'm not gonna say anything.
He remembers you.
I know because he said, "Why didn't I come say hi?"
That's funny because
That's
I forgot.
so fucking awkward.
Dude, I don't
bro.
know
I'm like,
why,
ugh.
But there's so many like random moments I forgot we hung out. Because I was talking to Gus the other day, and he's like, "Dude, I totally forgot, but we hung out with Jen when we were in Cali. You remember meeting Gus?
In Cali.
Yeah, we went. Remember when we went
Cali.
to the pier?
Oh,
The pier, yeah.
yeah.
That was my reaction too. That was my same reaction because Gus remembered, but I totally forgot because we went there and to
Yeah,
the
Santa
food trucks
Monica.
after.
Yeah,
We went to
yeah.
the food trucks after, and I forgot we even did that.
The night market.
The night market.
Yeah, I remember that. I
I was
forgot
like,
who I was
dude,
with though.
I completely forgot the entire thing happening. Completely.
Our brains are too
shit's-
fried. Oh, that's crazy.
I don't even do drugs. That shit just.
Your brain is just
I'm
small.
just
We get
stupid.
it.
I
We
just
get
forget
it.
shit.
You're dumb.
Oh my
Holy.
god, that's so funny. Yeah, me and Jen have probably hung out a lot. We don't even remember most of the times that we've probably hung
Yeah.
out.
That's probably why I don't remember meeting you, honestly.
Probably.
It's just trauma that I block out of my head.
I remember meeting you. But in between everything with that and now, I don't remember a lot of it.
No,
Sometimes I
but-
forget we even went to Texas together too. I forget that we even did that.
Oh yeah, with Flex.
Yeah, we got to see Flex and
Allie.
Allie.
I
Flex and
remember that.
Allie.
I remember that well.
I really like spotty on that.
But that's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, like I think it's an anxiety thing too, and me being a bitch doesn't really help because I'm just like, I don't want to say hi. Even if I know they're looking at me and I'm like, I know you and I know you know me, but I'm not gonna say hi. It's just weird because then what do you say? Hi, and then what? How are you?
No, you walk away.
Hi.
Isn't that funnier to do? You say
Bye.
hi, just walk away.
Hi, bye.
Forgetting everything. I have a bad memory. I don't know how to
Yeah.
fix my brain. That shit's fucked up.
But yeah. Yeah, exes can't be friends. That's the moral of this story.
Not be friends.
Exes cannot be friends.
Find
and
a
I think
ticket.
it's fucking weird if they are.
Find a ticket for your show tomorrow.
Not yet. I'm gonna check tomorrow. Well, I did, but it's just expensive.
Have you even
so I'm
tried
waiting.
that hard today?
Well, I'm just waiting. There's a lot of tickets available. I'm just
Okay,
waiting.
so
for
you're just
prices
waiting the
to
day
drop.
of
Yeah.
then.
I'm gonna wait last minute, like how you said, like literally 5 minutes
You should.
before the show. So we'll see if it works.
I
If
got a
don't
Porter
get in-
Robinson ticket
don't
for
get in, I swear to God.
$30 before, and that was one of the best
How
shows
long
I've ever been
before?
to. Literally 5 minutes before the show.
Oh my god,
Because
bro!
me and
I'm
Bach,
gonna haul my ass all the way up to Red Rocks, and imagine I don't get any tickets. I'm gonna just be
you just
sitting
go
outside.
home. You know, at that point, you just go.
We're
home.
riding together. I'm
Not
gonna
that
be just
much of a
sitting
loss.
outside, bro.
It's not that much of a loss.
You hear the show from outside, like yeah.
Sometimes you get really lucky. I mean, odds are you're probably gonna find a ticket. It's like desperation at that point, though. If you're gonna find like a $50
them
ticket, or you're gonna
resellers.
find a $110 ticket, and you're like, okay, I will
Nah, I'm waiting it out.
just grab
I'm
this
stronger
one.
than these resellers.
Did you bring your bag with you?
My bag? Why?
I was just gonna ask. Do you have like a rave day, like things that you need to bring to a rave with you?
Oh, things that I like always bring to raves.
Yeah, something that you'll like.
I mean, I
definitely
have my
need.
bag, but I don't have it. This isn't my rave bag.
Like a safety kit. You know, some people bring like drug testing kits and shit like that now.
No, because you should know where your drugs are coming from, first of all.
Some people don't though.
If you guys are going to shows and you're doing drugs, please know the source of where your drugs are coming from.
Well, that's the
That's
thing though.
dangerous.
You can like some people will
Oy.
buy drugs
Uh-huh.
at the show.
That's freaking insane.
I
to me.
know, but
From
I'm saying people will.
strangers?
I'm saying
That
you
actually
should still
happened.
buy it though. The drug testing kit. No, don't buy the drugs. buy the drug tester. You know, because you'll never know if someone like spots you some fucking fentanyl or some crazy shit in your drugs.
I would never like. That's my number one rule for like going to like. I feel like I'm a rave mom. Like when I go like with groups and things like that, I'm the rave mom. So like I always have everything. And my number one rule is like I remind everybody: one, stick together, like buddy system. If you go anywhere, at least have one person with you. Two, don't take anything from anybody. Doesn't matter if it's water, doesn't matter if it's food, nothing. Like you don't know where it's been, you don't know what it's laced with, you don't know. Like I know the rave community is very like safe and like friendly people, but still, common sense, guys. Don't take anything from anybody. Especially
But
drugs.
if
No
you
bites.
do-
Don't do it.
If you have the reason to, for some reason, bring a drug testing kit because it's smart to have. It's smart
it's
to have.
smarter
Okay,
to
what
not need it.
What if it's not you though? What if your friend buys drugs off of someone else, and
Well,
then you're
see-
then you're worried for them, and you're like,
No,
"All right, here, let me
don't
test your
buy
drug."
it.
They
Like,
already
no,
bought it. Let's
don't
say they already
buy
bought
it.
They already fucking bought the drug.
Return it. There's a
You're gonna fucking return it to a fucking drug dealer? You think that's gonna work for you?
You have a
No, that's
return
not gonna-
policy.
No.
It's been 5 minutes.
Absolutely not. That dude sold you the drugs and he's running. That dude was a cop. That
No,
dude's
I
doing
don't
it on purpose
have.
so you guys can
Imagine you're
fucking,
going through
oh.
security and you're like, what is this? Drug testing kit.
It's a drug testing. There's not like drugs in it. It's to help the people that do the drugs, you know?
Yeah, I guess that's smart, but that's not one of the things that I carry. So I always carry hand sanitizer. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Hand sanitizer,
Mm-hmm.
wipes,
Mhm.
mostly like girl things to help like girls, just because girls have a harder time at like raves and stuff like that. And most of the time, like the group is majority girls.
Hard time, you mean when they're rolling?
Just everything. No, just everything. Everything is harder.
Right.
Pea cups, those pea cups that I was talking
Oh,
about
yeah,
last
right,
time,
right.
those come in clutch. Ladies, if you guys are going to any shows or anything, literally anything that has like porta potties or nasty like public restrooms, I always bring them. I bring a whole pack, and then when we go to the bathroom, I just start passing them out. And then Vicks, like vapor.
Right, the nose
Yeah.
thing. That thing you tried showing me last time, but you didn't have.
Oh, I have one in my car, but it's that's
Sounds good, Julius. Dinner.
what else do I bring? Chapstick, gum.
Always bring
Gum
gum.
is a necessity.
I feel like you always need to
bro.
bring gum to a rave, for sure.
I feel like Trilogy. We went through. I swear to God, I feel like we went through like
I
5
passed out
packs
gum
of
too.
gums.
That's so funny because
I
I also
feel
passed
like
out
we-
gum. I had to pass out.
You know, like those big, the extra large case thing of extra,
I had the same
like
thing.
the Costco one.
Yeah, I have
We
that one
went
too. I
through
have that
all
one
of
too.
it, a whole thing of it, and
You're
there's
just
only like
passing it out,
through
yeah.
5 of us. No, it was like
Oh,
between
just
5
you
of
guys,
us.
5 of you guys.
Because only 5 of us were doing drugs. But yeah, because otherwise you chew through your
Gum's
cheek-
really good when
your-
you're
your
rolling.
cheek.
Yeah.
Like you need to chew on something.
That's why people have the pacifier sometimes
Yeah,
when they're like rolling
You
and
get
shit.
like lockjaw and it's like horrible. But
Like it sucks.
yeah, please don't take anything from anybody. Please be safe out there, kids. Know where your drugs are
Don't
coming
take-
from. That actually happened when we were at EDC.
What?
Not anybody in our group trying to buy drugs, but like
Someone you knew?
no,
Or someone you saw?
just random people, because we sat in the same area like for our break time, and like that's like obviously that's when we would like do the candy and stuff.
Mm.
So a lot of strangers would just come up to us and be like, "You guys have any extra like we can buy off of you?"
People, yeah.
And I'm
They
like, "That's
usually
so
look. And there's some people always
bad."
asking too. They're like, hey,
Yeah.
you need some
Hey.
Coke? I usually always get asked that.
Hey.
You need some Coke? There's this one time this guy was running
That's
through the
a red
crowd.
flag.
That's a red flag. He was running through. He's like, does anyone have a cigarette and or Coke?
Oh no.
I'm like, I don't have neither of those.
No.
That's fine. Dude, I'm like, bro, how could you just
You
risk
know
it
what
like
happens a
that?
lot too, especially at Red Rock, since it's an outdoor venue.
What?
People pass around like joints and like
100%. Yeah, everyone
cigarettes, and I'm like, that's so nasty. Like you don't
It's
know where
very
their mouths
unsanitary,
have
but
been, and like
does that. I've been in those positions where I've
you've taken
taken
it.
weed.
Oh
from
my
other people.
goodness.
But there's also been situations where my friends passed out our weed to like other people as well, and then I just didn't want to smoke it after.
Yeah. Ooh.
Shit happens.
Nothing worse than getting a joint and it's fucking wet, bro.
You get sick. Oh my god! When people slobber on it, that
Yeah,
shit's
that's
some fucking nasty.
disgusting.
The bottom of it's all wet, and you're like,
Ugh.
because
Because
you grab it and you feel it a little, and you're like, do I
Yeah.
smoke this? You're like, fuck it, I don't have any more weed. I'm gonna smoke this.
Oh my goodness, I cannot.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
What's your red flag? Like you personally. Do you know any of your red flags?
Talked about it. Are you talking about in
No, like
raves?
you. Like what's a red flag that you
Oh,
have?
that I have?
Yeah.
Ghosting people?
You ghost people?
I don't reply to a lot of people.
That's crazy. That is a red
We already
flag.
talked about
That is a red flag. No, we didn't.
We have talked about
No,
that. I
we
don't reply to a lot.
haven't.
I told you guys like how many messages I fucking have unread. It's probably increased.
That is a red
I
flag.
have 175 unread messages right now.
No, that's not bad though. Tony has
Pretty
like
bad.
400.
It's yeah, I do
500.
ghost people though. I don't talk. Some people I just can't reply to anymore. I just know like it's just gonna bring like a fucking burden on my life if I talk to them.
You hear that? So if he hasn't replied to your message,
Ugh. Listen, I pick and choose my battles at this point. I have people that I will 100%, have burden me. Just like you, Henry, Mkay. I don't mind if you guys burden me with like, the things that are going on in your life, but there's some people that will literally come into my life
Like
for like
trauma
a little
dump?
bit, trauma dump, spend like, I don't know, couple days talking to them. They'll stop talking to me for like a day. And I'm just like, okay, I finally get like a mental break from this person. And they come back and just do it a lot more. And I'm like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I can't talk to you anymore. I can't do this.
A bird in mischief is hurt. Let him know. Let him know.
You are a bird in mischief. JK, JK.
Yeah, that is a big
Why?
flag.
What's your red flag? What's your red flag? I
My,
probably have a bunch more. I just can't think
my
of any.
temper. I'm fucking crazy.
You have bipolar disease? You think you do?
Probably. Probably.
Should probably
I think
get
my
checked.
mom does.
Maybe
It's-
that's where you get it from.
It's not even like what is considered bipolar? Like just
When you can change moods really fast. So like one moment you're like super happy and then you get like insanely sad.
No, not like
That's
to
like
that
one thing.
extent. It's more of like it's not like out of nowhere. It's more of like I get super annoyed and angry easily.
I feel like that could be anyone though.
No, but it's like
You get pretty upset.
when I'm
For
upset,
the amount of time I've known
pretty
you,
upset.
you've gotten pretty upset in like a lot of situations.
Some of them are justifiable, but
Some of them are
Kinda
justifiable,
crazy.
but then sometimes I felt like you kind of just like randomly got mad for no
like
reason.
what?
No, man.
Exactly. You
See if
don't
I
even
bring it up.
fucking
Look at
know.
you. Look at
You
you
don't
getting mad at me right now. I didn't even say anything. I'm just like saying what you're saying.
Yeah, that's probably my biggest red flag is my temper.
You do
But I'm
get
working on
mad
it.
easy.
I'm working on it. I've been very happy.
A lot of
recently.
times when I play games with you, though, you do get really like super upset when we play. But yesterday when we played, you did not get upset
When do I
like almost at
when
all.
did I get upset?
A lot.
I feel like that's only when like because yesterday nobody really like said anything. Like a random like I
Oh,
would I
right,
get
yeah.
super upset when like people don't know me and then they start talking shit to me. Like I know
What
it's
does
the
that
internet.
matter? That's when it doesn't
I
matter
know,
the most.
I
feel like it matters when your
know.
friends say it to you, like
Well, I'm used to that's so bad. I need to get new friends because I'm used to when my friends say shit to me.
Oh my god, I was just roasting Jen yesterday, and I was surprised you did not get like upset like how you usually do. So I was like, okay, well, that's fine.
Pay was annoyed with us.
Pay just gets annoyed in general.
so
Pay
funny.
gets upset at games.
No,
I
but
love
that was
Pay.
fun.
Pay's like a perfect person in real life, but then once it comes down to video games, Pay gets upset at people.
That's fun. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm bipolar. Maybe I feel like my mom is. My mom is. Is it genetic?
I don't know. It just happens to your brain. I think it's a mental,
Mental
like
disease.
on the spectrum disease, or not disease. On the spectrum.
I mean, it's a
Shit happens to
disorder.
you. Mischief, thanks for the tier 1 sub to gold. You know what that sound is?
What?
A porn video. I saw it recently.
You're a freak. What the hell?
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
This shit's so
You're
funny.
a freak.
Every time I think about the video, it's fucking hilarious. Ugh.
Several mental disorders are genetic. Is bipolar disease genetic?
I feel like it is. I feel like it could be a thing.
I probably have a lot of issues
Like,
that I get. You know what's helped a lot though with
let's start
like
off with symptoms.
my mental
What?
drugs.
True. If
'Cause,
you
like,
if you do a lot of drugs, you will feel really sad the next day.
Well, no, it's not even that. Like it's helped.
Oh, it's helped you?
Yeah, it's helped me because I haven't really been into like the full like EDM like raver scene until recently,
Right.
and it's just I feel like it's helped with my like mental illnesses. Because
think-
like when you're high and when you're like in like that space, it's very like liberating. It's very like, how do I say, like I feel like your mental just clears, you know?
Right.
Because for me, like I always feel like I have stuff going on in my head all the time. Like the thoughts are nonstop all the time, whether it be good or bad. Like it's always like voices in my head or like talking to myself. Like it's constant. Not like anything crazy or anything like that, but you know, like the doubts and stuff that you have going
Yeah.
on in your head, like stuff like that keep you up at night. That happens a lot. And but since like actually like going to more raves and like being in the scene of like rolling and like microdosing, it really helps like stop that. And so like when you are in that high, like it's just blank and you're just like kind of like bliss type. Like you're just high, like
Yeah.
high on life or whatever.
That's what drugs do, though. You know, it's like a dopamine boost. So that's bad if you get too much dopamine boost. So that's
Yeah.
why I found out recently that a lot of porn's bad for you because of that. Because every time you watch porn, okay, I'm not saying me specifically, but it could be me specifically, that if you watch too much porn, that like you just get nothing but dopamine bursts, you
Yeah.
know? Because like that just makes you like happy every time.
Right.
So if you continuously do that, that's why when people have
It's
sex,
like withdrawals.
yeah, it's like withdrawals. That's why when people have sex, they have and they go limp dick. What is that called? Going
Limp.
oh, fucking when they have erectile dysfunction, it's because they like watched too much porn, and their dopamine bursts like they're too stimulated on like exciting things. Like
That's
when
why
you're,
you
like,
need
doing-
Bluetooth.
That's why you need Bluetooth. But when you're like, you know, they watch porn videos and they're expecting to be exactly like a porn video, then they
when
like
your expectations are too high.
then they go like all floppy. Yeah, your expectations
and then
are too
reality
high.
sets in, and it's not.
That's
to
why
where
you're
you
not supposed to watch
expected.
too much porn.
I see.
And I've stopped.
I see.
Kind
Have
of.
you?
Thanks. Did you tell you? My doctor did not tell me that. I watched it on a YouTube video. That's my real doctor.
Oh no.
Did not have to go to the doctor for that one.
No, that makes sense. Cause like it's just like any of like the drugs too. Like there's a come down, and then the day after, like you were saying, there is like a withdrawal.
Right.
So like when you are
You're right, Gold.
like rolling and things like that, one of my friends actually suggested it that you take like, because there's like some vitamins that are like mood boosting
Right.
for that day after, because when you roll, like you're really happy, like you're really up there. Like even if you take a little bit, it's the same thing, but then afterwards there's this crash that you just get super sad
Yeah.
for no fucking
That's it,
reason.
because all your
Like,
dopamine
any-
got dumped.
Yeah,
all
so
of it got
any
dumped out.
bad thing that happens, like I remember after I came home from EDC was like a marathon, right?
Right.
So I just
Yeah.
felt like I was on a high for like 4 days straight. And so when I came home, there was a good week, like a whole week I had withdrawal symptoms.
Mhm.
And I was like, every day, just in my head, I was like, please nothing go wrong right now, because if somebody yells at me or somebody complains, I swear to God, I'm going to break down and cry. Like, it was bad. But
Bipolar.
that's also something.
That's just you. You just noticed it in them.
No, everybody I talk to like say they have like those symptoms too. So I feel like that's something too, is a raver necessity. If you decide to
Take
mess around
drugs.
with that stuff, always make sure you're prepared of what is going to happen, and like always make sure you're going at a rate that you're comfortable with. Like don't just go crazy because everybody else is going crazy, you know? You can like, it's okay to go slow if you want to. If you don't, like don't feel peer pressured. Don't get peer pressured into doing things.
Yeah, you really have to want to do it.
Yeah. Because if you go into it with a bad mindset too, it's horrible.
You're gonna have a bad trip,
It's
depending on what you
so
take.
bad. Yeah.
Mushrooms, if you have like a bad mindset when doing mushrooms, you'll have the worst trip of your life.
Yeah.
You'll feel like demons are gonna fucking murder you. So you don't want to do
I've
that.
never actually had like a lot of people talk about that, and like I know I haven't been like microdosing or dosing like for a long time, but like I feel like I microdose on a regular basis now, like
Right.
just for like my mental to be up there. Which reminds me, did you know that they're about to legalize medical shrooms for sale?
Really?
Yeah, because you know, like you can grow and like you can take shrooms that's legal here, but it's
Mhm.
not legal to sell.
Yeah, like
But
if you
now
got
they're
caught with
actually
mushrooms here in Colorado because they're decriminalized, you won't get arrested for them.
yeah,
You know?
but you can't like
But you can't
sell
physically,
them.
yeah,
Yeah,
you can't sell them, and you can't physically or do them technically.
but they are trying to pass a thing for medical sales because
That's
they
cool.
found a lot of research that the drug that's actually in mushrooms that makes you happy actually reverses the symptoms of like depression and things like that.
Really,
Yeah,
I can see that.
fun fact. I learned that from Tony.
Tony's so smart and hot. A man.
He used to be my drug dealer.
I think he used to be everybody's drug dealer. He sold me a drug dealer's cars.
But yeah, psilocybin.
I heard that is one thing
that is the drug that's the main
yeah.
drug in mushrooms.
There is a
that
lot
make
of
you-
like I was recently because I have like gout, so like I have a lot of
Mhm.
like arthritis pains and stuff like that randomly sometimes.
Mhm.
And there's a bunch of stuff in mushrooms that like medically really help me. It's called like reishi and the lion's mane or something like that. There's a couple things
Ah,
that they put in like mushroom pills that I take now
yeah.
that do definitely help me like with my joint pain and stuff like that. It's really good for you. I think it's good for me because like a lot of the pain that I've had before kind of stopped. I still
Mhm.
have like a lot of like when I wake up pain, you know. You wake
Yeah.
up and you're just like stiff and stuff like that. You kind of like warm up your legs. But once I've taken that shit actually really helps.
Yeah.
So like a lot of medical purposes for mushroom stuff definitely really helps, I think.
Because I think when it comes to like psychedelics and like things that mess with your head, a lot of people steer like they automatically think like, oh my gosh, it's bad,
Yeah.
it's horrible. I
Right.
mean, I feel like they said the same thing about weed, right? But now look at her, she's
Yeah.
everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good. I think like because if you think mushrooms are all natural.
Right. Yeah.
Like
grow that
those
shit.
drugs and mushrooms are not man-made, like they're not put there, like they're in
They're not genetically altered.
yeah, they're naturally in. So how could that not be better than pills that are chemically engineered to make you feel better when you can
Following
just
plastic.
yeah,
At that point.
when you can just take something that's all natural and it'll do the same thing, you know? It won't mess up with your chemistry. So I feel like it's a good thing.
True. No, I think so too. Shrooms, anyways. There's a lot of drugs you shouldn't take.
Yeah, that's true.
Meth.
Meth.
Don't do meth. Don't do heroin. Heroin's
Ooh.
bad for you.
And
That's the full dopamine burst that'll kill you. You'll dump
Heroin?
it all at heroin.
Coke is a dopamine thing too, right?
Yeah, it
A
is.
lot of drugs are like
A lot of the
to make
really
you
bad
feel
drugs,
good.
yeah, will make you feel really because heroin
Yeah.
you can overdose on. Obviously, a lot of other drugs you can overdose on.
Yeah.
Heroin's that one that what you have to inject in yourself for like the full feeling.
Oh, yeah.
So when you overdose
I
on
watched that in Breaking
heroin-
Bad.
Yeah, you
that
probably
one,
seen it in
right?
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh, I don't know. No. No. None of that.
yeah.
ever.
Heroin never do. I will never joke about that one because I lost a friend to that. So
Yeah, I don't.
don't
like
do
that.
heroin. Don't do meth. I haven't seen.
I
I've seen meth commercials, but I haven't seen.
heard
meth things.
shrooms is like the happiest drug though. So I feel why don't
Huh?
I
It's
heard
the happiest
shrooms
drug?
is the happiest drug. Like it makes you the happiest. Like out of all the like psychedelic drugs, I hear that shrooms make you the happiest.
I don't know. Maybe. Acid made me feel pretty good. That one lasts a long time though. That one makes me really sad after because when you do acid, that shit's like 12 hours.
Oh,
12 hours to
I
24
feel like
hours,
shrooms
depending on what you
last
take.
a long time.
Shrooms do last a long time too.
I feel like though it's because when I microdose, like I gradually, I don't take it all at once. You know how I was telling you?
Yeah.
So like I put it in a drink
And then you let it
and then I just
sit for a
drink
while
it.
and then drink it throughout your day.
I just drink it throughout like the night or the day or whatever. So it doesn't hit me all at once. That's why I never really have like trips. I just feel a high. I never see anything like visuals or anything like that.
Oh yeah, right.
Because a lot of people are scared of that. And a lot of people are scared of the nausea too, which I've never gotten either. So I don't know. That's just me.
Because usually when you do those drugs, you're not really supposed to eat. I think if you eat before doing some of the, or during, I mean, not
Really?
before,
I
during.
ate a shit ton.
Did you?
Yeah.
Which is
it
crazy
was
because when I did
fun.
acid, I ate a lot too. But my friend, he was all like, dude, I don't even know how you're eating right now because we both did it together. He's like, how are you supposed to eat? Like,
Same. My sister, like when we roll, she's like, you have to eat before. Like everything's
Right.
gonna taste nasty.
I think we're just fat ass.
Yeah.
That's just
She's like,
we just like to
everything's gonna
eat.
taste nasty, bro. Like you gotta eat beforehand because like once you take it, like you're not gonna be able to eat anything. Like it's just gonna taste gross.
I think like if we're not doing like what we usually do throughout the day, we're usually eating.
Yeah.
That's usually what I'm doing. So
But I was like eating chicken tenders, drinking Coke. I was like, yo, this tastes fucking amazing right
eating
now.
food is a hobby.
Hell
And
yeah.
we were just doing our hobby.
It's a
while we're on
freaking
drugs.
sport. It's a freaking sport, and I'm a gold medalist. It's
Think
great.
you'll ever do a food eating contest?
Hell no. Hell no.
I have a friend. She does it. She tries to like practice like every week. She'll buy like either a bunch of
Makes
hot
me
dogs
cringe.
or like a bunch of like random shit, and she'll just try to like power through it. And she's like, it's too hard.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it. I tried doing the 50 nuggets in 10 minutes.
No.
I think I only got to 40.
I'll
That's a
throw
lot
up,
though. 40 was a
bro.
lot, but I just like I can't do the last 10.
One mukbang stream? We can do a mukbang stream
We did one with Gray and them. We can do
Yeah,
one
we can
again
do one.
sometime.
eventually. It's just a lot to set up.
Yeah. Right now it's just kind of hard because I'm getting ready to go on my trip and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we're also going to go leave soon as well.
Yeah. I mean, we could always do like a takeout one
We could.
and eat it here.
I was thinking about doing that
Just so, like,
sometimes. Yeah.
Easy. We don't have to cook anything.
And usually Jen always wants to go eat after. Every time we do this,
True.
we sometimes go eat after.
Very true. So we could probably just do like a takeout one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I highly recommend. Microdosing is good. It's good for the soul. It's good for the mental. I think that's why my mental. But I was saying like I think that's why my mental has been better lately.
Because of doing that.
Yeah, because I've been pretty like content.
Up until this point, you haven't really done other drugs other than weed, right?
But like even now, like weed just doesn't do it for me. Cause like weed,
A lot of
is,
people
like,
say that, yeah.
like yeah, it's like a high or whatever. Right now though, like I just smoke weed when I want to eat. When I want to eat a lot, because it makes everything taste good. It makes it taste 10 times better.
Right.
But in terms of like how it makes me feel and things like that, I'm just like, because like with weed, when you're high on weed, like it makes you want to do nothing. It makes me so fucking lazy and like tired and like, But like I just smoke when I'm going to bed or like when I'm about to go eat and then do nothing after. But in terms of like I want to be productive or like have a good time, like I won't do weed. Because it just mellows me too much.
Weed.
Yeah.
I haven't smoked weed in a minute. I don't know. I just don't like doing drugs that much anymore. I think I got it out of my system. At this point, people tell me to do drugs for
I tell
like
them
my
all the
like
time.
a lot of my problems.
The
I have.
mental.
That's
and
like
physical.
mental. A lot of physical stuff. A lot of drugs should be able to help me.
Weed highs are so weird. I feel like it's weirdly dependent on your mood, right? For weed?
I feel like people smoke whenever the fuck they want.
Yeah, I feel like I smoke just whenever.
I can't talk about that anymore.
But like I don't.
We already talked about meth. No doing meth. None of that Walter White.
But it's just like for me. Like it doesn't really do anything like to my mood or my mental. It just literally just makes me hungry. It makes me tired.
I should start smoking weed now. I haven't been able to sleep. I told you about I was awake
Just
for
do
about 48
edibles.
hours the past couple days. True, I should do that. But I was like the other day I was up for like 48 hours because I wanted to try to fix my sleep schedule.
Didn't
It kind of
work, huh?
did. I fell asleep at like 1.
Knew it.
It's better than what had happened because like I was up.
You fell
was-
asleep at 1 a.m.?
That's like typically
Bruh.
the time I want to go to sleep because I'm always up playing game and shit at night. But I was doing a sleep apnea test, and they give you this thing to put on your finger that's like really fucking tight. So when I went to bed, it felt like my finger was getting crushed and it was gonna fall off. So I had that shocking fear in my head all night that my finger was gonna get like suffocated. So I stayed up until like 6 a.m. doing the test, and I like started it at like 3 because I thought I would be the most tired, but I literally was not able to sleep for 3 hours because of that feeling. So I decided, like, after I did that
What is it
test,
supposed to measure though? The
my
apnea
heart.
test.
So it's on your phone. It's an app.
Uh-huh.
It records you while you're sleeping, so it can hear like what goes
Ah.
on. So I was like laying there for 3 hours. You could hear me fumbling around, like, like it shows like me a little recording of like what was going on. It showed me a little recording of me just like moving around. I literally got up, go downstairs to go eat real quick, try to put myself out, and you hear me come back upstairs, fall asleep immediately after I eat, and you just hear me snoring right away. So, yeah,
But what is it supposed to do? Like it just measures you.
it tells like when I start snoring. If it hears me stop breathing, my heart rate, because
Oh.
of that thing's a finger monitor or a
Uh-huh.
pulse monitor, and then the one on my chest was supposed to test my heart
Uh-huh.
rate at the same time. So like everything was just like there's no data for like the first 3 hours.
Mm.
But then once it starts measuring everything, you can kind of see like a little chart. But then they'll send it to the doctor, and it comes back in like a week to tell you that if you have sleep apnea.
But how is it? Can you treat it or?
That's what they're gonna give me is a machine. So
Oh,
I did
it's
the
like a whole
test.
machine.
So they'll give me a sleep apnea machine
Oh.
because I did a sleep study. That's what it was. A sleep study.
Oh. Is it like one of those mask things?
It like pumps air into your body.
How the hell can you sleep with that on?
Apparently, it's supposed to help you sleep.
Oh.
It helps people because it's like I don't think it's like medicine too, but it's like a
Right.
humidifier thing. Because like when people have sleep apnea, it's because they can't breathe.
Mm.
So people choke on themselves basically,
Oh,
and that's how they die.
no.
They choke on their air.
That's horrible.
You know? Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah. No, for sure. Sleep apnea is fucked.
Yeah.
It's a whole ass machine and it's loud. Yeah, no, exactly. It's really fucking loud. But it's better for people that like what is it? When I tried sleeping in New York, like like in the same room with my mom and my sister, like they just hear me snoring. So it's better to hear that machine probably than it is to
Yeah.
like, hear someone snoring.
So has your mom done the test?
No. My mom says if she dies, she dies. I
That
was kind of
is
at that point too.
not
It's sad to
good.
think about, but
What?
I told my mom to do it
It's
too.
horrible.
And she's like, if she dies, she dies.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we read chat.
Yes, we do. But you have to remember it is a podcast, so it might take a little bit of time for us to get to your. We read them. It just takes a minute for us to respond.
We're having a
We're having
conversation.
a conversation. Don't worry. We got you. Got you.
I'll ignore the fuck out of you if I want to.
My friend tells me to sleep on the side instead of using it. He says his apnea only goes bad when he's on his back. I don't think that makes sense. I think
It doesn't matter for me. I'm snoring regardless. My sister told me.
I think more on your side so like you don't choke, right?
Yeah, if you're on your side, you have more of an airway.
Yeah.
But if you're sleeping on your back flat, and because like I do have like neck fat, it kind of like pushes down on your throat. So it kind of like
Do you sleep on your back?
no, I always sleep on my side. So that's probably why I haven't choked yet. But
Probably why I'm
every time I like lay down, I always try to start on my back, but then I try to get more comfortable. Like I feel more comfortable laying on my side.
Are you guys married? No.
No,
We're
she's
single.
married. I'm not married.
I'm engaged, not married yet.
Same thing.
No,
you guys
not
are,
the
you
same
guys are
thing.
basically
Not
married.
the same
You guys are
thing.
basically married.
Not the same thing.
You guys are basically married.
Because if we break up now, he doesn't take half of my shit.
You gonna sign a prenup?
Huh?
You guys gonna sign a prenup?
Do you believe in prenups?
Do I? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I believe in it.
So like if a girl made you sign a prenup, you'd be like fine?
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people that would not be fine with prenups.
Listen, if she gives me shit during our marriage, that's fine. That's cool. Whatever. If I give her shit during our marriage, that's fine. Well, I'm not gonna take it back. But I mean, like, if we break up, I don't want her to take half my shit. You
It's
know?
true. Well, a prenup is like an agreement, right? Like you sit down and you agree, like if you guys break up, who's taking what.
You keep your things. You keep what you want. You keep your You basically keep whatever you already had. So let's say if you guys start a business together, though,
Yeah.
I think that's
I
like
think
half the
it's-
company kind of shit, though. You get
Well, I
half the
think it's
company. It depends on like if you have like the paperwork signed. Let's say the husband only signed the paperwork, but you started the business together.
Mhm.
He keeps the business.
Ah.
She doesn't keep it. That's kind of like that stuff. So if it's under your name, it's yours.
Yeah.
But if you sign something half and half, it's like 50-50.
I'll say anyone that throws a fit about wanting a prenup sounds like a red flag low key because you're agreeing to keep your own stuff. Yeah, that's my thing too.
If you own a business, I recommend a
Yeah,
Yeah.
we already talked about this before he even like proposed. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
prenup.
Yeah.
Well, you guys wanted to start a business together, so
Yeah.
originally.
Yeah. But like it's just safer that way too, just because like you never know what happens and you never know how people are going to react. Like you think you know them, but then it's totally different like when you're breaking up, you know? Like right now, like you love them and like you think nothing's ever going to happen or like you're always going to like be fair and things like that, but like in the circumstances that's like something happens and you break up or god forbid you get a divorce, like you never know how they're going to act. So it's better to just keep your stuff safe, especially too like if it's even if it's not you that has the stuff, but like say your parents and they pass it down to you. Like I'm pretty sure if you don't have a prenup, like the divorcee can still take half of that.
Of their parents' money?
Yeah, because they inherited it. So now it's theirs, but then you guys were married.
Oh, are you saying if they didn't sign the prenup?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Did you hear about what was it? There was a soccer player that this woman married him just basically for his money. Cause what was it? He came out of college
Mhm.
basically, and then he started playing and he got a contract signed. But then she wanted to divorce him to take all his money.
Mm.
But he said he had no money because he signed all of his money to his mom,
Oh,
which is so
I
smart.
did
You
read
hear about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he basically outsmarted her because he knew he was getting married to her.
Yeah.
But he didn't, you never really know with everyone. So his like first thought was,
That's
I'm gonna give all
crazy
my
that he
money to
had
my
that
mom.
Plan, though. Like,
Yeah, and his mom like kept all of his money.
That's
So she tried to take
crazy.
everything that he had, but like literally he had nothing. That's what he said.
that's crazy.
He's like, I have nothing
That's
to offer
actually
you.
really smart.
Hi, Zomboy. Hope you have a good day at the gym. Yeah, I was like, dude, you just outsmarted that lady because she literally just tried to take your money.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fucked up. That's really fucked up to do. But
So what
people do it.
if you meet like a sugar mommy, like a rich mommy, and you get married? Would you be offended if she was like, "Yo, sign this prenup"? And you're like, "Ah,
because I already
fuck."
have no money. Hey, I'll keep my rock. You keep whatever you got over there, okay? This little stone I got right here, this is mine, and I'm happy about it. What if she fucking didn't sign the prenup and she takes my computer away? That's
God
all I
damn
have.
it!
That's all I have. That's
She took
literally
everything I
that's
had.
literally all
My
I have.
PC. No.
I have nothing else after that. I'm fucking crying.
I have nothing to live for anymore. God damn it.
Exactly. At that point,
Bitch
it's
took
not
my
worth it.
PC.
She
Went
took
and
my
took
fucking
my
computer.
PC.
That's the only thing I ever had going for me. And now I don't even have that.
Okay, so then what happens? So what happens if you get married, right?
Right.
And then you run into money or like you start a business or something and you get money after you're already married.
We didn't sign a prenup.
Yeah. Is that something you could do like while in the marriage?
I mean, it's an agreement. So if she agrees to it in the middle of the marriage, then sure. I guess that works, right? I mean, I don't really know, but I
don't know
feel like
either.
that's
I'm
like.
not married.
But,
I don't know. I'm not married yet.
Because like typically when most people think they should sign a prenup is like when they found out something that they might do is scummy or slimy, you know?
But do you think that like if they make you sign a prenup, that's like them saying like, "Oh, you're scummy," or like you're gonna
It's a safety
fuck
thing.
me over?
I think what you're saying is right, that most people would definitely think like, damn, they really think I'm going to take their shit, you know?
I feel like prenups are very common now, though, right?
Yeah, no,
It's
it
a
is
normal
now.
thing.
Before then, marriages were an agreement, basically, showing like worth. So if a guy married a woman back then, it was to see like the woman's worth, basically. Like if they married them, it's like obviously they weren't gonna break up. Like most, like a lot of divorces are like a more newer thing. A lot of people definitely get married or divorced like more now than they did back then.
Makes sense.
So it's like an agreement that you can benefit someone by whatever you put in to the pot compared to what that person is already putting into the pot as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you think you can put in things 50-50, then I think it's okay to not get a prenup. But, you know, people change their minds too.
You never know. Like
You
I
never
said, you never
know.
know. Feelings change. People change.
People talk. People will talk in your ear, you know. You're like, damn, you can get a prenup? Damn, that's crazy. What if he tries to go for all your shit? Or what if she goes for all your shit? You're like, shit, you're right. I should get
No,
prenup.
we like for us, like we both agreed that it's just
You guys are
smart.
both logical
Yeah.
people, though. You guys are smart. If
It's
you guys
more
are
of,
getting
like-
married for emotions, that's where it gets kind of hazy.
Yeah.
in the
'cause
area.
then you
like
don't
only
think about
emotions.
everything.
Yeah, exactly. You're
And then
thinking
you
of
get
like only
fucked
thing with
over
your heart.
later, and then you're just like, well, now what? You know?
Exactly.
And like, I'm not saying that I think he's gonna like do anything horrible or like I'm gonna do anything horrible if we ever get divorced. It's not like that. It's just kind of like,
If you break up, you just break up.
yeah,
You know, that's kind of what you want.
yeah.
That's how I think of like a prenup. Like if we break up, we break up, and then I don't want you
That's
to have
kind of why,
anything.
like, I was like on the edge too about like getting married, like officially married, like signing the papers.
You?
Yeah, of like actually like doing that because it's kind of just like, why can't you just love each other and like just be together? Like, why do you need
Right.
to legally like be tied to each other like that? You know, because then
Yeah.
once you break up and stuff, it's just like this whole thing.
I think
I
it's all
steered
the
away from that
performance.
now,
It's like a lot of
yeah.
performance kind of stuff.
I steered away from that now, and I feel like you get a lot more benefits
Yeah.
when you're married too. So it's more of that too. But you know,
Yeah.
do you guys believe in love? Like feelings feel so fleeting is all. I never know how real something is. I believe in love. I believe in love. I feel like you can love hard and you can love
Wow.
fast. Like you can love like there's so many different ways and like forms of love. But like for me, like yes, I believe in love, but do I think love is enough to like have like a really like lasting substantial relationship? No. I don't think love is enough. So,
No.
that's my answer.
I feel like the same way. Love comes and goes. I think it's like the effort that you put in after is like basically, do I want to like spend my time with this person like all the time, you know? I watched this podcast where like this girl, she was sitting there and she's like, I've been in a relationship for like a year now. And he's like, the other guy was all like, oh, do you kind of like do you still love him? She was all like, yes, but everything he does now is kind of annoying.
Oh no.
He's all like, yeah, what annoys you? Is there any words that he says that annoys you? She was like, yeah, the word babe. She's like, every time she says babe, it pisses me off.
Don't call me that. Call me by my name. Holy shit.
I was
Were
like,
we dating or something?
yeah. So when I heard that, I was like, yeah, that's true. Emotions really do change
Yeah.
for people. Like emotionally, you can't always just like love the same person like the same way, because a lot of people do give up an effort, and effort is like the main thing that keeps people together, for sure. Like when someone starts giving up, the other person feels like they're kind of leaning more like on them, and then they just feel like,
Dependent.
yeah, very
Becoming
dependent.
Dependent.
And then once they just stop giving them enough, that's when people like
Yeah.
fall out of love and stuff like that, you know?
But that's what I mean by like I feel like love is just not enough because you can still love that person like with all your heart, but just not
Love is not enough.
just not giving what you need to give.
Is not enough.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're really broke, I feel like love's all you got, you know? But like once you like
If you have
find
nothing
like,
else going for you, I think love is good enough.
love is
but, like,
enough, and if you can
But I
like
feel like that's where it becomes dependent.
right,
Because then you're always depending on that person, and so if that person isn't there or that person isn't around, then what? Then you feel like you have
yeah,
nothing,
no,
and then you
exactly.
feel like
But that person also has to be making an effort to like help benefit them financially at that point too. So when
yeah,
what I'm talking about more specifically is like, a lot of like our type of people like content creators and stuff like that.
uh-huh.
A lot of them are like broke in the beginning and then the other person like kind of financially benefits them and helps them, to get
Like
yeah,
supporting
supporting
them.
them. And sometimes it doesn't work out and those people
Yeah.
like fall out of love and that person just kind of like is like a scumbag at that point. But there's some people that like
But it's like, how long can you
exactly,
support
yeah.
somebody like that? Like, this is hard because it's like, yes, you can support somebody, and yes, you can believe in their dreams and stuff like that. But like, how, like, for you, like, what time frame is enough? Because like you said, I feel like a lot of people, like, if you leave them, people will think like, oh, you're a scumbag, like you didn't
Yeah.
believe in them, like you threw them away, like they were just trying to chase their dreams and you didn't support that. But it's like, how,
This
to what
person,
extent,
the person that is trying to make it, you have to be doing something every day. Like you can't be like, taking off really like any days. If you're trying to like become like a huge like pop star or not like a pop star, but like, like a musician, let's say, that person has to be like making music every day. He has to be going out and helping himself, like advertise and stuff like that. He has to be working with people.
Do you see that there's this really famous YouTuber girl, and it was kind of like this situation where her boyfriend was unemployed. It was
Right.
during like the COVID time, obviously, that she blew up because she was making content for YouTube while she was
Right.
out of work.
Yeah.
And like his dream was to become a musician, so he was writing songs and stuff. And so she was the main like breadwinner, like she was supporting
Yeah. She was
them
like putting her
through
money into his
her
music stuff
YouTube, like her
or her
YouTube
YouTube.
stuff, and
Yeah.
like that was paying the rent and things like that, so he didn't have to worry about it. And that was like a lot of people's, so she stuck around and she supported him throughout the whole journey. And all of everybody else that was around them was like telling him that he was like good for nothing, because I think gender plays a huge role too,
It does.
like depending on which person you are in the relationship. But because he was the man, they were like, oh, like your girl is supporting you, like that's so, like you're the man, you should be like going to get a job if you can't have, like if you can't pay rent, things like that. But she supported him through it, and then he actually wrote a song about it, about like her supporting him and like people not believing in him.
Mm-hmm.
And it blew up on TikTok, and now he's like on tour and things like that.
I think I've heard of this.
I
I
think
think
you
I know who
heard
this
it
couple
too.
is.
It's a,
I think I know who it is, but
it was really big for a while.
good for him though.
Yeah.
Good for them.
I was like, that reminded me of this exact story.
Good for them. Yeah, if they make it, keep trying. Like if you're in that situation even, just do your best to always like make an effort every day. Don't be fucking lazy, especially if like it's like your significant other that you have to depend on. Cuz, with parents and stuff, if you're like living with your parents, like they're always going to be like kind of have your back depending on, you know. But other than that, I really don't expect any relationships to work out if you're like making no effort some days and you just kind of like half-ass it your entire life. Just like me, half-assing everything. Jen does all the work in this part. She just fucking edits everything.
True,
I
that's
just supply the room.
crazy. It's this. I don't know. What is that song called? It's gonna bother me.
Jen, the MVP.
Huh? Why?
Mischief said you're the MVP because you
Hell
do everything.
yeah. Hell
Listen,
yeah,
man.
I am. You already know.
I'd give 110% every day if my internet was an ass. That's
That's
all
a
I
lie.
know. I would. When I was streaming, I used to stream down here actually in the basement. That's when my internet was the best for some reason. But I was streaming like every fucking day, at least like 6 days a week. Only like one day off really just to like go hang out with a friend. God damn, bro. This internet thing's been bumming me out.
Oh, this one. So that's the girl. And this is the song.
That's his wife?
Yeah, this is this.
Oh, it was them. No, it was them. That's right. Okay, they just made
Yeah.
another song about like.
Only 10 seconds.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him
Yeah,
making
it's
it.
cute. Crazy. Did you hear have you seen Shaq live?
Diesel?
DJ
Yeah.
Diesel?
When I went to Lost Lands, that was the first person we saw.
It's crazy because I was actually just I don't know why I got into this side of
Yeah.
EDM. I don't know how I got there, like TikTok wise, but it's just like a lot of Shaq DJ Diesel content. And he's actually really cool.
No, I love Diesel. I used to love. I mean, I love NBA. So like, I've always been following Shaq kind of like whenever I was like young growing up. Then him becoming a DJ, that was like when I was at the age where like I didn't like EDM, so I was like, oh man, that's kind of weird that he's doing that.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of like mixed into like both of my worlds. Now I'm like, dude, I love EDM, and like now I appreciate Diesel more as a DJ. He's a really good DJ.
Did you know that he plays for free?
Yeah.
That's
No,
crazy
all the time.
to me.
He plays any show. They just ask him. It's usually the bigger shows. They always ask him to come play, and like he's always offered money, but he always does it free. He's starting his own festival. Did you hear about that?
Really?
That's why you probably been seeing him a lot more.
Yeah.
He's been promoting for his new festival. I forgot what it was called, but he's starting his own thing right now. And he said his lineup's gonna be pretty crazy.
I love the
Bunch of
fact too that he's
underdogs.
that he does a lot of underground, like people that aren't discovered yet.
Yeah.
Because obviously we know all the big names of EDM.
Right.
Like they're all the same people. Like headliners, any festival you go to, it's always the same.
Yeah.
Like 20 people. So I love that he's always like, and he put out there too, like I think it was promo for his festival that he was like, if you feel like you're not getting the recognition you need, like this is the email, like send me your shit. And if I like
Yeah,
you,
if I like it, then I'll play it.
I think
That's what he
pretty
said. That's
dope.
cool.
That's crazy.
No, Shaq's always been fucking a nice guy.
Wow.
I feel like he's been very like charitable for everyone.
What a nice guy.
His kids are fucking tall too. There's like videos of him. There's like a video of him like with his family, I think, in his house, and he was just like DJing for his kids, and they're just like hanging out. I'm like, dude, it would
I
be
would
so
do that
cool.
all the time, bro.
I would love to be Shaq's kid because that shit looks so fun.
I would want to learn how to DJ just so I could play myself music.
We should just buy a DJ deck. Let's go half and half on one and just learn how to do it.
How
I'd be
much
down.
Are they?
Kind of expensive.
Everything's
The one I
expensive,
saw
bro.
that I put in my wish list was like $1,000, but that's a good one. That one will like
Can we
last
just
for
get
a while.
baby one. Like
You can get a baby one.
a
I think they have like the little ones that
training
are like.
What if we get like a big ass one, like the pro ones,
Well,
and then just
if we're gonna both
quit.
like try to do like a DJ duo thing, you should get a pretty big one.
what's
you
our?
know.
We'll just take turns on the mini one. What's our?
Or
What's
just take
our?
turns on the
What's
mini
our
one.
stage name?
It'd have to be like a mix between our names or our aliases.
I don't know.
I don't know. Sweet and sour, maybe.
DJ.
DJ.
I don't know.
Sweatsuit. No.
Sweatsuit. Only wear sweatsuits to our
Sweatsuit.
shows. Like, oh
Sweatsuit.
no, we're wearing
That'd be
matching
funny.
sweatsuits.
Just some glasses on, sweatsuits.
Hey, dude, did you see DJ freaking sweatsuits is on?
Yo,
Let's
sweatsuits
go.
coming to Denver. Let's go. That's
you
how I
guys
am with all
have
my
any,
friends. Yo, I'm always like, fuck, dude. Millennium's coming because you
Yeah,
wanna
but
go?
that's cool. Millennium.
Yeah, I know.
Freaking Grizz.
But at the end of the day, he's always like, no, I'm fucking
Dom
done.
Dalla. Sweatsuit. That's hilarious.
Sweatsuit would be a hard ass name. What the fuck?
No.
What are you thinking? I
Be
don't
like,
know.
well, what the fuck is sweatsuit? Who the hell is sweatsuits, bro? No, I don't even know. I'm bad with names. Like, being creative and shit.
I want a funny name. It'd have to be funny.
Why?
It'd be because that's just who we are.
Yeah,
That's who I
but
am.
like,
Fucking hilarious.
All our sets are gonna be funny as fuck. They're gonna be troll sets, not.
Dude, oh my god. There's just this DJ duo that's like kind of like that, where like every time before like one of their songs on Instagram, they play like a Theo Von clip. And it's just him saying some crazy shit, and then then they just go into like a hard ass drop. It had to be something like that, yeah.
Your mom.
Your mom, yeah.
If you guys have any suggestions for our DJ stage name,
Right, we gotta save up for a DJ deck then.
let us know.
Save up for a DJ deck, and then we'll start.
We have to learn first. You're gonna
Yeah, that's what I'm
splurge. This is
saying.
why you have spending issues. You
Yeah.
splurge on like the most
Why I said
like the
half
most
and half.
professional shit, like
Half
the
and half.
top
'Cause
tier
if you
shit.
buy the top tier shit, then you won't have to fucking buy it again later.
But you don't even know if you're gonna be doing it later.
I don't know. Maybe you are. That's why you have to go all in, because if you're half-assing it in, you're never gonna fucking fully do it, you know? You start off
don't
with like
know
some
about
really
that.
shitty
You
stuff.
need
If you
training
don't have
wheels
money,
before you
if you
ride
don't-
the
that's
whole
why you
bike.
save up money so you can throw it into
That's
everything
like, I don't
you
know
want
how
to
to
do.
ride a bike.
You don't
but-
want it to be a hobby if you want it to be a professional career, because when you're
But
like
how do
doing
you
stuff,
know if you don't try?
that's what I'm saying. You're gonna try
But you're like
it. but
trying on the most like first car. Let me get a Lambo because I know
if
I'm
you
gonna.
got the money for it, sure, dude, do it.
Well, we don't have the money for it, and we don't know if
That's
we're
why
gonna do
we
it.
save up for it. People that buy Lamborghinis save their money for it.
No, they don't. If you can buy a Lamborghini, you buy the Lamborghini. People don't save for that. Who
Financially,
saves for a Lamborghini?
if the
They already
car
have
is
the money
more
for the
than
Lamborghini.
50% of what you make, you cannot buy it. Okay? So
So
people
is
who
the
buy
DJ
Lamborghinis,
deck
that's why we save up for it. We save up for it. That's why we split that shit together. I want to do it. That sounds fun. What if we just become DJs? We could DJ podcast. Wouldn't that be lit? And every time before a show, if we have like a super like high profile EDM artist, we'll have them do like a quick like basement set right in front of us, right?
like those what are they called? Like the library. You know what I'm talking about? The artists that play the what the fuck is it called?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Live in the library or something.
Live in
like
the
that?
library? I've never heard of that.
You're joking. Yes, you have.
Oh, the fucking Tiny Desk? That one?
yeah. Is it?
Tiny Desk is the big one where like a bunch of like music artists play in it. Maybe not EDM people all the time. Know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it is Tiny Desk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fred
like
again did a
that.
set. I love Fred again. He did a Tiny Desk, and it was like one of the most beautiful sets I've ever seen in my entire life. And he's probably one of my favorite DJs now. He does a lot of back-to-backs with Skrillex ever since he came back.
I'd like to learn how to DJ. I've actually been watching a lot of videos on how to DJ.
So you already know how to do it. Let's just buy a deck.
No, I
then.
don't know how to do it. I just watch the videos. Does not mean I know how to do it.
We get one. Keep practicing.
That's a lot to invest into a
Okay,
hobby.
we'll buy a small shitty one in the beginning, like Amazon for like $100 then.
Yeah, 'cause
practice
then
on that.
You just need two to connect two together. That's only $200 versus $1,000 versus $500.
Look dope as fuck. I don't want to just be sitting there like twisting one thing, you know? You want to like move left and right.
Oh,
Like the
you're
deck's all the way
fucking
over there. I'm all
twisting,
twisting
bro.
your shit.
Holy
And you're back over here twisting my shit.
He wants to be like the in the music video.
We'll just be bobbing our head, just like twist over here, come back over here, twist a little bit, mix
He's-
a little right
He's
here.
the guy like when he's in the
dial-
shower, he's like pretending he's like on
Listen, when you're at an EDM show, that's how you dance, okay? You have to dance how the EDM artist is supposed to dance. Like on stage, you know? Like if you don't know how to dance properly, you just like bob your head a little and you're like and just look down, do like some weird shit with your other hand.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's how you learn how to dance. You have to mimic what the artist is doing. That's the best way to do it if you're like learning how to dance in the first place.
I mean, I guess that's true.
It just makes sense. Like if you don't know what to do with your hands and shit, you know, like when people like put their hands in their pockets,
Oh yeah.
swing left and right. You don't want to be like that guy. You can, but you want to have a good time. You know, you want to be like animated, showing like that you're like
Yeah.
having a good time.
That's
Instead of someone
true.
like coming over and you're like, "Are you okay?" Screaming in the
Yeah,
middle of
I'm
the crowd.
good. I'm
Are you good? And
good.
you're like, "I'm fine."
Because you're standing really
Yeah,
still.
'cause you're standing really still.
Are you sure you're okay?
You're barely moving. Are you having a good time? We can leave. You can leave. I don't want to.
Did you see? Did you know Wooly was at Trilogy?
Was he?
Yeah, he was on floor.
Oh, that's cool. No, I didn't know he was there. I love Wooly though. Like every time I see him with Aledium, he's usually always there.
Yeah.
He's so good though. I love Wooly.
Let's see how much the
Your ticket.
no, how much the freaking turntable.
Oh, the turntable. Dude, I want the good one though, bro. We need to get a speaker. I guess we can use these ones. I don't know if they
subs.
Yeah. I have like a small subwoofer, but
We're
get
gonna
that
be
shit popping.
blasted, and your parents are like, "The fuck is happening down there?"
you'll see my parents come down here and start raving too.
You just turn the camera. Your parents are like sunglasses.
My mom likes to party. My dad just likes to drink, so he'll probably be down here drinking while watching, you know. My parents are pretty supportive. Invite our friends, you know. One day we'll have like a live podcast showing with a bunch of podcast people
We had
watching.
a lot of friends that were like trying to DJ. Yeah, I feel
Yeah?
like. And they did a couple like shows and stuff at like
Yeah.
bars and things like that, but that was it.
One did one at the club. He was doing like a contest though. Whoever won got a chance to become like an actual DJ. Something like
What does
that.
that mean, actual DJ? Because a lot of people just go
Promoted,
around.
you know, go on tour. They give him like a couple sets to play on tour with them and stuff like that,
Look,
which would have been cool.
DJ learning kit. All this for 200.
Sure.
I
Buy
mean,
it
it's
then.
probably shitty, but you know,
$200.
it's a practice one.
Do it.
Oh, look, we can get our own lasers too.
You want to do that? You can get the lasers too. You can learn how to make some laser setup for us for when we play.
No.
We have to make a set list and properly have them go on beat with the songs that we pick for this shit though.
That's like the hardest part, I feel like.
Probably.
Like mixing songs.
You gotta feel the lights, Jen.
You gotta feel the music.
You gotta feel the lights.
You gotta feel everything, and it's just, I don't know.
Make sure it doesn't shoot us in the eyes. Blind ourselves. It shit shoots back and fucking hits us.
Imagine.
His boyfriend, he DJs.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
I didn't know that. Is he?
He's a DJ.
Huh.
He DJs sometimes. I mean, obviously he's like a streamer and stuff too, but likes to DJ on
Why
the
does he
side and
open
stuff.
his strings with?
Because that sounds like a lot of work, you know, too.
Yeah, it is a lot of work. So why do you want to do it?
What else are we
yeah.
doing, bro? What else are we gonna fucking do? I think I'm just looking for
Talk,
more hobbies for myself to do while I'm not doing anything.
For real. Get a job, bro.
DJing will be my job. I'm a DJ on the weekends here in Denver. You guys want to meet me at the Jackson's bar? I'll play a set. Don't ask me for recommendations though.
You're that one DJ that comes on and everybody's like, mm. Everybody's just around with their drinks, like, yeah.
I'm all playing like the hardest shit in like a bar.
You just go in and everybody's fucking headbanging.
I'm DJ Dom.
There's a mosh pit.
Let's get
in
this
the
shit
middle of
going.
the bar. No, some DJ names are insane. I don't know how people come up with it.
Yeah, I think we need a really good name if we want people like us. Skrillex is a really sick ass name.
All names are pretty good. All of them are pretty good.
All the big ones are really good.
Dom Dalla. I like that name. Grizz
Hammer.
is such a good
Hammer's
name.
sick. Grizz is a sick ass name.
Armin Hammer. Armin Her.
Armin Hammer.
Armin Hammer.
You're not even spelled out the whole way. Griffin's a hard ass name.
That is.
Maybe we just name ourselves after an animal.
an animal. Dog.
DJ Dog.
DJ Dog.
We should be DJ Dog Pit. DJ Dog Pit.
No.
We got Michael Vick in the club. Let's get it.
No, dude. That is horrible. DJ Cringe Lord.
DJ Kitty Cat. Let's get it going.
Okay, Okay, well, next time, if you see us with our DJ,
Or DJ deck, don't
our
fucking
DJ
ask.
setup, don't fucking ask. Mind your business.
Mind your fucking business.
Mind your fucking business. Don't open your mouth unless it's to support us, okay?
We could fucking do it. Fucking do it. I think we can do it.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, if I would be down to split a $200 one. I'm a little broke bitch right now, okay?
Me too. When I come
It's
back from
rough out
Japan, we'll do
here.
it. Back from Japan, we'll do it.
Did you buy your ticket?
Oh,
It's
First.
July 1st.
Only the first.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna do it. Okay.
We'll
This week.
see.
This week it has to be done. If I don't do it by next Saturday,
That's it. You're not going.
I'm not going.
All right. On that note,
Done here.
yeah, I think that's a good spot to end.
Okay. Thank you guys for all joining us on episode 8 of the Sweet and Sour podcast.
It was great. We were. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again. We're almost at double digits. Yay!
Almost there. One more episode until we hit 10 episodes.
That's crazy. Watch out. The YouTube video will be out on Wednesday morning. YouTube video on Wednesdays, live streams on Saturdays, unless we say anything ahead of time. Make sure you guys follow us. We do have a separate TikTok channel.
And we just started our Patreon.
Yes.
I haven't officially made anything yet, but we will start putting exclusive content there. So outtakes sometimes probably from this podcast from things that we probably don't fully put in. And then
the unedited, uncut.
Yeah, we'll do unedited versions in there.
versions.
And then we'll probably do whenever me
our
and Jen go out
DJ
to go eat.
sets.
Our DJ sets, our practicing.
IRL stuff.
Kiki, thanks for the 22 months. But then, yeah.
But yeah,
Patreon, look out for
so
that. It'll be in the YouTube video. I don't have the link for it right now.
Make sure to follow us on that. Like and subscribe on our YouTube to help support us, please. We need it. And yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
And we will see you guys next week.
Next week. All right. Bye, everyone.